Most people came to Chicago in 1893 to see the future. They came for the lights, the wonder, the White City. But for dozens of travelers, the hotel they booked was a final destination. This is not a ghost story. This is the forensic reality of a building designed to kill. The murder castle of H.H. Holmes. The year is 1893. Chicago is the center of the world. The world's Columbian Exposition has transformed the city into a gleaming white city of marble and light. But just 3 miles south, in the district of Englewood, a different kind of structure looms. It is a massive building, 3 stories tall. It covers an entire corner. Locals call it the castle. On the surface, it is a maze of retail shops, long corridors, and a hotel on the upper floors. The owner is a man of remarkable charm. His name is Dr. H.H. Holmes. As the fair brings millions to the city, Holmes is busy. He is welcoming guests. He is smiling. He is checking them into their rooms. But the castle is not a place of rest. The castle is a machine. It is a fortress where the floorboards are rigged with silent alarms, where doors lead to solid brick walls, and where gas pipes run into soundproof rooms. This is not a legend. It is a forensic reality. Herman Webster Mudgett, better known as H.H. Holmes, arrived in Chicago in 1886. He was a graduate of the University of Michigan Medical School. He was a pharmacist, a con artist, and a master of deception. Holmes did not build the castle all at once. He built it in segments. He hired dozens of different contractors. Then, he fired them. He claimed he was trying to save money. In reality, he was making sure no one person ever saw the complete layout of the second floor. By 1892, the construction was complete. The first floor had a drugstore and a barber's shop. The third floor had apartments. But the second floor was a masterpiece of lethal architecture. Imagine a dark hallway. The gas lamps flicker. Shadows stretch against the walls. The doors are spaced irregularly. Some have no handles. The air is heavy. It smells of pine oil and coal gas. We know the layout today because of the Geyer Report.
Justice demands we
In
press on.
1895, after Holmes was arrested for insurance fraud, the police began to peel back the layers of the Englewood building. They found rooms that were airtight vaults. One room was lined with asbestos. Another was lined with thick iron plates. In his private office, Holmes had installed a central valve. With one turn of a handle, he could control the flow of lethal gas to any room on the floor. The Chicago Police Investigative Report from August 1895 is chilling. The report states, "The second floor contains over 50 rooms. We discovered a staircase to nowhere. It ends abruptly at a brick wall. Several rooms have trapdoors. These doors lead to a secret chute. The chute runs directly from the second floor down to the cellar. The cellar was the engine room of the castle. It contained 2 massive furnaces, a dissection table, and pits filled with quicklime and acid." Holmes was not just a killer. He was a professional in human anatomy. He used his medical training to strip the remains of his victims. He sold the skeletons to medical schools. This was not just murder. It was a business, a dark, industrial cycle. We must acknowledge the names found in the wreckage. These were people who came to the White City looking for a future. Julia Connor, Pearl Connor, Emmeline Sigrand, Minnie Williams, and the Pitezel children, Alice, Nellie, and Howard. The Pitezel family was the key to his downfall. Benjamin Pitezel was Holmes' business partner. Holmes murdered him for an insurance scam. Then he kidnapped 3 of Pitezel's children. Detective Frank Geyer spent months tracking them across the country. In a cold basement in Toronto, Geyer began to dig. He cleared a patch of dirt near the chimney. His shovel hit something hard, something wooden. He found the bodies of the children buried in that cellar. The forensic evidence was undeniable. The focus shifted back to Chicago, back to the castle. When police entered the castle with a search warrant, the scent of decay was still there. In the pit beneath the drugstore, they found human hair. In the furnace, they found a gold tooth and a woman's charred shoe. The building was designed to destroy all evidence of human life. During his interrogation, Holmes was a pathological liar. He sat in his cell and wrote. He confessed to 27 murders. Then, he claimed he was being possessed by the devil. He said his face was physically changing into a monster. The prosecution didn't buy it. They pointed to the castle. An insane man does not install complex alarm systems to track his guests in the dark. An insane man does not carefully sell the skeletons of his victims. Holmes was found guilty. He was sentenced to death. In August 1895, while Holmes was in prison, a series of explosions rocked the castle. The building was consumed by fire. Some say the locals burned it to purge the neighborhood of its shame. Others believe Holmes ordered it destroyed from his cell to hide the rest of his secrets. Today, the site is a post office. There is no marker, no sign of the architecture of death. But the mystery didn't end in the 1890s. H. Holmes was executed on May 7, 1896. He had one final request. He asked to be buried in a double-deep grave filled with 10 feet of solid concrete. He was terrified that someone would do to his body what he had done to others. In 2017, his descendants requested an exhumation. They wanted to know if he had truly died or if he had escaped. The concrete had done its work. The body was remarkably preserved. The man who built the motor castle was identified by his teeth. The White City of 1893 is gone. The Ferris wheel is gone. The marble halls are dust. But the Black City of Englewood still remembers the doctor, the man who turned a hotel into a harvest. The castle is gone. The doctor is buried in stone. And the blueprints remain as a testament to a nightmare in the heart of Chicago.